one can expand the plate of information that students have access to. You can infuse the lesson with cultural exhibits, with visits to cities, and you can introduce content into the course in ways that other campus courses cannot. So here we are back to our course lessons. I think we have to go back here because sometimes the internet forces you to stay on a page even if you don't want to. As an example, the third part of the lesson here we have a little bit of grammar and more information again about culture and cultural history. And this is the typical format of these Blackboard lessons. There is usually a section that concerns vocabulary, and here that involves numbers and listings of pronouns and other grammatical items. And then the end part is a conjugation exercise, but these are all very straightforward grammatical explanations. None of that really is designed to teach students how to speak or write or listen, but it is more grammatical background information for those who like to have that. Not everybody likes to get grammar, and that is fine. Students have a choice. They can do more or less if they want to. And then the lesson ends with a short summary of important vocabulary items that students will then run into when they go to tell me more. So this is background information, preparatory information for students to look at in preparation for their work and experiences on TMM. So we have basically a list of vocabulary items, and then the lesson ends with a little geography, introduction, and more cultural information. So once students have done that part of the Blackboard lesson, this happened to be lesson 1. You see there are these different subsections, the same ones that you see here. So each lesson has about 5 or 6 subsections. And if one would print out the complete lesson, one would probably have 15, 16 pages of text. But a lot of it involves illustrations. So it is an illustrated chapter in a textbook. After students have seen the grammar and had an opportunity to look at the vocabulary, they are ready to take the vocabulary game. And that's the next item here, vocabulary comprehension games. And they are designed to make language learning fun. These vocabulary games are not designed to be difficult, but they're designed to be a rewarding activity, short and sweet, that motivates students to deal with the language as they see it in the lesson. So I will click on a game to show what kind of format these things have. All of them are, lesson is suspended, close this browser window. This is not good, because when that happens you have to find a way to get into the game. So let's see what the computer has to say on game number 2, which has the same format. For some reason the first one didn't want to play. And these are the formats of these games. They're very simple. You have a list of vocabulary items here in the target language, in this case German. And then I have designed a few things on the left that have corresponding content. So if one would look at the word to search, suche, then it might have something to do with the statement here where I'm looking for a pair of pants. So these blanks are then related to what is involved here, and there are more choices on one side than there are choices on the other side. Let me see. This happens to be an easy one. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the second game, and it's really easy. There's a timer on this. One can take it 3 times. And there's an index button at the top that lets you reset the game. The idea is that students complete the games and receive a perfect score. So let me see how it works. The first sentence would say, the shoes blank me, the shoes blank me don't fit me. There is a word, or they please me, I like the shoes. That would be the correct word. So I will try to match these two things, and let me see how it works. Die Schuhe, the shoes, please me, or I like the shoes. So that blank here fits in here, and that is correct. Now let's assume that I do a wrong choice. The black sweater is nice. Obviously there's a black sweater here. So this would be the correct answer, but I will try to put it into the wrong spot to see what happens. And I will put the schwarze Pullover, and I will put it into this section here. And I will just do the rest as I like it. And we will see what the answers are. And I get the feedback that I've only gotten 1 out of 4 correct, and the other 3 are wrong. So the only thing that's correct is this, and the other ones are wrong. So when I reset it, I go up here and I click on this, and it'll let me do it again. So it is impossible not to learn the vocabulary, because it'll guide you to the right answer. And sooner or later you will get a perfect score, and you will know at least a few of these vocabulary items, and that'll prepare you for your Tell Me More exercise. So that's the way these games work, and they are pretty much the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games, very simple. And then after the games, people are actually ready to go to the Tell Me More portal. Now when you click on the Tell Me More portal, the students will automatically be guided through Blackboard into the Tell Me More website. And the Tell Me More website is the place where students actually learn the, so I click on this and it says TMM portal, click to launch, and that's the way it looks. TMM will try to open. Please wait. There it is. I will log in, and because I don't want to take a placement exam, the first time you log in to the Tell Me More portal, you have to tell them, do you want the professional situation or an everyday situation? That's certainly what you want, because you want to learn the language for everyday situations. Then you confirm that, and when you confirm that, what will come up is, so I'll do it in everyday situations, confirm, and then there will be a placement exam that Tell Me More wants you to do, and that'll take about 60 minutes, about 70 questions, and then Tell Me More will put you on a certain level, beginning, intermediate, advanced, and it'll figure out what the correct training for you would be. I don't have the time here to do 60 minutes of placement testing, so I will go to the Tell Me More site that I already have prepared for myself and this demonstration here. So I will go into that as a different user.